Welcome to Nina's Knots Crochet. I'm Lynanne. If you're new here, hey, thanks for stopping by and checking out my channel. My channel, it's all about crochet, a little bit about knitting and a lot about yarn, but mostly about my journey through this fantastic yarning community. Returning subscribers, thanks so much for coming back, spending a little bit of your Thursday with me. Today's a little bit different. There's not going to be any yarn content today, guys. I'm going to talk about my trip to Boggy Creek. If you don't know what Boggy Creek is, let me give you a little bit of a background on it real quick. Nancy from She's Got Yarn Too, her mom belongs to a women's club, and their service project for the last couple of years has been donating handmade blankets, knitted and crocheted blankets to Camp Boggy Creek, which is in Eustis, Florida, and it's a camp designed for kids with severe medical needs. They service 15 different diagnoses of kids who, being a kid with, say, sickle cell anemia or cystic fibrosis, that's what their life is. It's all about that. Well, at this camp, they have a chance to forget that they're a kid with an illness and just be a kid. The camp was founded by Paul Newman and several other donors. General Norman Schwarzkopf was one of them. Anyway, they've put together this camp, and it's a place where these kids get to go and be kids. And they go to camp with kids who have the same illnesses they do. So they aren't singled out as being the kid with, they're just a kid. So anyway, Nancy put out a call last year for people to donate blankets to her mom's cause, and gathered 300 blankets. And then she put out a video of their trip to Boggy Creek. And when I saw that video, I said, I have to be a part of this. I have to do something to make blankets, whatever. I need to be a part of this because this camp is amazing. Fast forward to August, and I put out the call for the squares, and boy, did you guys all come through on that. I got so many squares. I'm going to be making blankets for Boggy for years, as you know, and that's okay. As long as there's a need for these camps, I'm going to be putting these squares together. So this year, on Tuesday, Nancy from She's Got Yarn Too, Lynette at Charmed Grammy, Billy, the Crafty Floridian, me, there was a podcast, I think Cindy has a podcast, I don't know, Freeze Baby Crafts, and a subscriber, Darlene Jessup, all went to Camp Boggy Creek along with Nancy's mom's women's club, some representatives from the women's club, and we donated 1,090 blankets. So, yeah, we way more than doubled what we had expected, and it's like I say, I'm always amazed by the generosity of this community. That's why I always say, my journey through this yarny community, it is a fabulous place to be. So anyway, we went, and the staff at Boggy Creek could not have been nicer. Jacqueline, who was like the presenter, she gave us the tour and told us stories. Tom, who is the marketing director, was the nicest man. And of course, Kimmy, she is just so exuberant, and her attitude is just, it's so infectious. They all just are amazing and are very good at what they do. I have to tell you, the facilities themselves are beautiful. They have a state-of-the-art medical center for the kids that they call the Patch. So they go get patched up. I mean, how cute is that? And the setting, it is backed up to the Seminole State Forest, in part of the Ocala National Forest. They are out in nature. And I just stood out in front of the dining hall looking at the lake, and that sense of peacefulness, that sense of nature just permeated the facility. You felt it. You felt that sense of peace and calm. And I was like, this is a great place to bring kids and families together to get away from their hectic everyday lives and forget, for just, even if it's just for the weekend, that they're dealing with all of the stuff that they're dealing. I mean, obviously they're never ever going to be able to forget all that they're dealing with, but it just gives them, they aren't rushing from doctors and school, and they just get to be just to be. And sometimes you just need that. Listening to the wind blow through the pine trees, it was amazing. So anyway, we delivered them. We had a sweet little birthday party for Billy, whose birthday was on the 13th. Kimmy, the darling that she is, bought a birthday cake, and we celebrated Billy's birthday. We toured the facility. We got to see the medical center, the patch, and we got to see one of the cabins with the blankets that were so meticulously detailed, put together with matching comforter and blanket that they get to take home. They're towel matched. I mean, come on, it's the details. It's in the details. So, yeah, it was a great time. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pop in a few pictures. I will pop in a video that I took. I have some of the same videos that Nancy and Lynette have posted, so I'm not going to post those. Go back. I'll link their channels below. Go see what they posted, the tour, the presentation that we got from Jacqueline. There's no sense for both of us or all of us to post it. I will leave a clip to the news story that was on the Channel 9 news yesterday afternoon. I'll leave a link to that in my description box, so you can go check that out. I think I posted it yesterday. So you might have already seen that, but I'll leave that in the description box also, a link to that. So yeah, you guys, keep it up. Keep working on these blankets. Let's hit that goal for next year, which is 2025 blankets for 2025. We can do it. And they will be so appreciative. Somebody asked me, do they really need all those blankets? They go through over 100 blankets a week. So they'll go through them. They have week-long camps all summer. They do weekend retreats every week from September to April. They'll go through these blankets pretty fast. So yeah, let's keep it going. Let's keep up the great work. Do not send them now. Hang on to them until Nancy decides when she's going to start this again, probably sometime in August. But and then we'll talk about the squares again when it gets closer to that. But just keep working on it. Keep in mind what joy you're bringing to the kids. So with that, you guys, I'm going to let you go. Enjoy the little clips here at the end. Remember, be kind to everyone around you. Be kind to yourself and give yourself some grace. And we'll see you tomorrow. So there's pile number 1. Follow me outside onto the front screen porch. There's Billy walking in.
Oh my gosh, look at this.
Here's pile number 2. Now just wait. You haven't seen anything yet.
Oh my God.
Pile number 3. And that goes all the way back there. And look at this. You thought Nancy had Mount Boggy in her bathroom, in her spare bedroom? Check this out. Oh, there's some over here even.
We've been waiting for the other side. People that have joined because of our YouTube channel and the Boggy Blanket Drive. They're all sick.
They have,
Or they're doctors.
or they're doctors.
Oh yeah. They're carrying canes. Go.
Go ahead.
Flowers. And Debbie picked this out. It's beautiful.
Isn't that cute? There's Billy's quilts.
Is that a Frenchie dog?
It is. It is.
That is the fabric. You just never know. Look at that. It's a psychedelic Frenchie.
It's a,
You taking pictures, Ralph?
we are. Got some video, Billy.
We are. It's nice to meet you. I believe you. Well, they're beautiful.
Just share the videos on
And
YouTube.
Nancy's going to continue on next year and make even more.
That's,
Such a lovely group of women, and there's a few men, aren't there?
yep.
On the inside, but I have to keep my reserved professional demeanor. Yes.
What does my hair look like?
Looks awesome.
You look good.
Looks good.
Are you ready?
Always.
Deep breaths.
Born ready.
You stand. All right. So please tell us your name. We'll start here.
My name is Billie Jean Mills.
And could you spell it for us, please?
Billie JeanMills. And I had no idea Michael Jackson was going to make that song after me.
But he did it
Next.
anyway.
He did it anyway.
Thank you. And how about here?
My name's Lynette Squires. It's LYNETTESQUIRES.
Thank you.
Perfect. Okay. You want me to get their channels as well?
Yes, please.
I'm the Crafty Floridian.
Okay.
And I'm from Charm Grammy Crochet.
And tell us where you both live, please.
I live in Sarasota, Florida.
Okay.
I'm just out of Cleveland, Ohio.
And you drove all the way here.
I drove here, yes.
Wow.
Flew down last year and brought my husband this year. And so we drove down this year.
And how did it feel when you walked into this cabin and saw all these beautiful Afghans that you probably had something to do with?
I was speechless. The videos and the photos that we saw from last year, I wasn't here. It doesn't do it justice. I mean, it's amazing. It's overwhelming. It's and just walking into that huge room, which is I guess the cafeteria or whatever, you could feel the spirit of those kids, especially with their hands on. I mean, there's no words to express how I felt.
Boggy Camp is a heartwarming experience. I have a hard time, I talk about Boggy Camp on my channel every week because I want to encourage people to make blankets. The blankets are beautiful, and if I actually talk about what goes on at the camp,
She tears
I
up.
lose it every single time, so this is nothing new. I can't express how overwhelmingly encouraging, joyful, heartwarming that everything that happens at this camp is. And trying to get that emotion through to the community. The videos that we took last year, and just talking about it, to encourage them to make more blankets, to do more for the children. It's hard for me to do that without expressing the emotion that makes me feel here.
It's the children. That's what we did it for.
Right. You do it for the kids.
You do it for the kids. And I've been a YouTuber for 5 years, and I started out with Kids in Need Foundation, and then I collected clothes for the Navajo Indians babies in the different, South Dakota and Arizona, and it's the kids, and that's what I never had children, but if I can do something for another child, just a little thing to make their life a little bit better, then that's what we want to do.
And that's what we want to do. We want to have every kid have a choice of blankets, or you know, you just want to help encourage and enrich their time at camp.
And I can assure you, I think about this a lot. Not only are we keeping them warm with these blankets, but they take them home and it becomes such a meaningful connection back to camp. So what you're doing is bringing that home for them as well. So it gives me goosebumps.
Well, I'm got it right now, my hair is standing up. To think that these children are going to be, this is their experience, and I'll never forget it. They look at their little their little bear and the blankets, and it's very meaningful to them.
That would be my
Makes
hope.
them happy, makes them smile.
That every
right?
time they curl up with their blanket, they remember the wonderful time they had here at Boggy Camp. And that we get to be a part of that. And the community, the crochet community, thanks us. And they send us letters, and they send you emails, and they say, thank you for letting us do this. Thank you for letting us be a part of this. And that's overwhelming to me as well, because we're thanking them, but they're like, now we have a place to send our blankets, and we know that the kids will enjoy it.
It's like these letters get so long. My emails are just so overwhelming. It's like they write a book and they tell you about they had a heart attack or they had a stroke or they've been in rehab. But when they saw our video and the blankets and stuff, it gave them a new purpose. It lifted their spirits and made them want to live. They want
It's
to
like
go
the
on.
circle.
Yeah, it is. And you know, there's people my age, they're in their 70s and 80s that have health issues. And so their issues, they identify with these children. It's like you said, it just goes around and around and around.
We help them, they help us.
I have to tell you, as a team member here, and everyone that works here loves its mission and embraces its mission, and it's humbling for me to see the kindness of people who have never even been here or had this part of their life. And that, to me, the hours that people put in to make this out of love, that gives me a really good glimpse into a better view of humanity.
Yeah, oh, without a doubt.
Yeah, because there's so much going on in the world, and you go, oh God, I don't want to face this. I've got these kids that I have to do something for. So for me, I have health issues, but yet I force myself to do it and to get it done. And I've sort of, in the last 2 years, I've kept these girls straight on the YouTube channel, which for Nancy, that was hard, I mean, she falls asleep, doesn't wake up, she's late, she can't plug her stuff in right. I mean, just one problem after another. So I'm stepping down. No, I've enjoyed it. It's been a real experience for me, and I'll never forget it. But I'm sticking around because I'm collecting squares this year to represent certain holidays. Christmas, St. Patrick's Day, which is my favorite, and Halloween. So maybe there'll be theme rooms, Halloween and so on and so forth. And of course, Lynanne is collecting fun squares that are fun. So the kids will look at them and, put a smile on their face or identify with it. So instead of just a plain blanket like the red one, it'll be a fun blanket that the kids, like Kimmy was saying, I Spy. Like, we made 2 quilts. My first time, and my friend from Canada made the other quilt, her first time. And Kimmy said that they talked to the kids about this is their first time at camp or whatever. And then they said, oh, we have someone we know by the name of Billy. She made a quilt, first time. And so it just, we're identifying with the children.
You're connected here all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
And I have to tell you, as a representative from here, how grateful we are that you're here and for what you do.
Thank you.
And for my damn it doll.
It was a pleasure making it. Just don't heard it.
Anything else you'd like to share?
You know, Nancy, when she was talking, she touched on how the community gets involved, and it started with us, and then we, you know, shouting out Boggy Creek, Boggy Creek, in our first year, and then the second year, more YouTube channels were getting involved. And then we had people that were doing challenges. I challenge you to make a blanket that looks like this. And I challenge you to make the squares to send to Lynanne. And that like just grew more. So the first year we collected 370 blankets. This year we were hoping to double, and we almost tripled. So for 2025, and 2025. So that's our goal for this coming up year. And we're really hoping that we get more channels involved, and more crocheters, or knitters, and more people that are learning new, because every blanket counts and every blanket's worth it, and every blanket will be a memory for a child.
And a lot of Florida residents are involved in this, which is, I think, wonderful, because we're Floridians, and right?
Mhm.
Families.
Or soon to be
Oh,
one.
And you, she's gonna be soon be a Floridian, maybe,
But all over the country.
all
and
over the world.
Yeah, we've gotten them from several different countries, even.
See,
which
when
is
we,
so cool.
yeah, and when we go live, they come on and they can comment about certain blankets or what we say, or, you know, if they got any questions or whatever. And you'll see there, and they'll write, this is Susan from Australia, or this is Laura from Alaska, or you can see all the people that are coming in. And one lady, there's a couple from the UK. Of course, it's their bedtime when we go on, but you'll see some of them will get up and
Stay on.
comment and come in, yeah.
They just
see
want
the
to
blankets.
participate. They want to be a part of it.
And the blankets that these ladies make, someone else is watching it and they say, I like that blanket, I want to make that blanket. So they want patterns and they want this, and, you know, and it dominoes. The word of mouth, right?
And the joy that it brings, because it really does bring the community a lot of joy to do this for the kids. And that's what makes it work for us.
That's awesome. Thank you both.
You're welcome.
So that is the dining hall. And across from the dining hall, look at this beautiful lake view they have. And they own all that land all the way across the lake. And they are backed up to the Seminole Forest, so nobody will build around them. You are really at camp out here. And that's where they go fishing and boating and all the fun things that they do. There's an outdoor stage down there. Isn't that adorable? And they have these kinds of signs all over to tell you where you're going. This place is absolutely amazing. It's been a privilege.